Hey, welcome back to D&D Homestead. Today we are canning raw pack chicken breast in our digital electric canner. One of the first things you want to do is, this has been rinsed off and my hands are clean, of course, and you want to make sure your cutting board, everything's sanitized. And what you need to do is get this prepared for the jars. And what I do is, now if you have a little bit of fat, it's not going to hurt nothing. But I try to clean it up as best I can. You know, you don't want a whole lot of fat. And just this little bit's not going to hurt, but I'm going to trim it for, you know, just because I think I don't want to have too much. And the next thing you want to do is you want to cut all these, I don't know, around an inch, between a half inch, and you know, you're not going to be perfect, and that's fine too, but you want them to try to be uniform in size. And like I said, this is going to be raw packed. You might have heard a reference of it being called ugly chicken. Mainly, a lot of people think it has the best flavor. It just doesn't look as pretty in a jar as, say, as cooked chicken. Both are good.
I bet the broth will be good.
Yeah, the juices from it. When you put it in the jars, I'll show you in a little bit, you don't add any broth or anything to it. Kind of makes it, cooks in its own juices. So, like I said, it's pretty straightforward. You just cut it up, fairly uniform sizes, and just get ready for the jars. That might be a little too big. Some of these chicken breasts are kind of fat. I'm going to cut that down the middle a little. There's a little bit of fat I might cut off. I tell you, we got the digital electric canner, and it's just a wonderful tool in the kitchen. What I like about it is, well, it has prompts, tells you what to do, but you pretty much just keep eye on it a little bit, follow the prompts, and you can pretty much set it and forget it.
Yeah, you don't have to babysit it.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the pressure falling down below and all of that, you know. Anyway, let me finish cutting the rest of this chicken up, and we'll be back. Alright, we're almost finished here. I bought this chicken on sale at Safeway for $1.77 a pound, which is pretty cheap here. So I bought a couple of flats, or what do you want to call it, and going to can it up, because this is going to be good in casseroles, chicken salad, stews, soups. Did I mention casseroles? Pretty much anything you can think of you need chicken like that, you can use it in. Alright. Let's take this over to the canner, and we'll show you what else we need to do. Before I start the canning, I just wanted to show, this is apple, you know, the peelings and stuff that I had processed from apples, and it has sugar and water in it, and basically it's fermenting, and I'm going to hopefully have in about 6 weeks apple cider vinegar. Right now my daughter says it smells very alcoholic. I told her not to drink it. But anyway, this is the first time trying this, but just look at all the bubbles from the fermentation. it's doing really good. So I'll share you the results of that. Hopefully over the next few weeks I'll do an update. Alright, we'll finish putting this chicken in. Like I said, up to 1/8, 1 1/4 inches. And you don't want to like slam it down and pack it really tight, but tap it down a little bit, push it down just a little, but lightly. Like there's air pockets, just kind of, just put it down. That looks like it's about 1 1/4. I can't see. That looks good. I don't know. Let me pull out a couple pieces. Like I said, I got a really good deal on this chicken. Just trying to take advantage of the sales, because I've seen chicken here for as much as $3. I'm kind of stickler about getting the just right. There, that's good. And then now my daughter, so we don't cross-contaminate stuff, is going to put in half a teaspoon of salt. And like I said, it's not mandatory, but it's it adds to the flavor and stuff. And I don't know, I've had salt-free stuff and it just doesn't have a nice flavor. I think it's almost easier to check the level of them with your hand, but I'll still take this. You just kind of get air pockets lightly. Like I said, don't shove it down hard. That's good. Alright. And with the wide mouth, it holds 7 jars. I think I'm going to need more chicken. That looks good. Maybe one right there. And let me go cut some more chicken up and I'll be back. Alright, we're just about done. This took, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4... about 6.5 breast, very large breast, to fill these. And so I think that's a pretty good amount.
Well, especially when you get canned chicken at Costco and it's like...
Yeah. We'll get a meal of chicken out of this. Out of 1 jar, probably. Most times. Sometimes we might need more than 1 jar. But, $1.77 a pound. Plus, I know the amount of salt's going in here. No extra preservatives. That's one of the main reasons I like to can. And 2, I like the idea of long term. I like canning it in jars because 1, it doesn't take up space in my freezer, which is about to burst at the seams. We have so much stuff to can. I have jams, jellies, meats, soups, beans. They say that you only can during the summer when the things are ripening up, but I don't know about everybody else, but I could probably can year round. I just like cooking my own food and being in control of what I'm cooking. So anyway, let's put some salt in this last one. And then we will wipe the tops and put the rings in and put them in the canner. Alright. I have a clean rag with vinegar. And you want to make sure you wipe all the rims in case any of the fat from the chicken got on them. It could keep you from having a good seal, which after all your time and money, you wouldn't want that to not seal on you. Just wipe it really good. Every once in a while, turn your rag over in case it's getting dirty. You can't see something, but there could be something just very minute that could keep these from sealing. One more. Yeah, see, I could see something on that one. Alright, those are nice and wiped. And we'll put the rings and the flats on them. Like I said, the electric canner, it holds 7 wide mouth, 8 narrow mouth. But it's really hard, or not narrow mouth, regular mouth. I try to find those, but they're kind of hard to find. And I'm not sponsored or nothing, but I'm using 4-jar lids, which so far have done pretty good for me. And you want to tighten it, but you don't want to Hercules tighten it. Just where you start to get some resist. And put that in the canner. Now normally you would turn your pot on and warm your jars, but I'm putting cold chicken in cold jars, and I'll put them in the canner and I'll show you. I'll run it through the warming cycle and then we'll move on from there to the other ones. Alright, let me do one more, and then when I get these done, I'll be back. Alright, there it is with the 7 jars, and we'll put the lid on it. And right here is where the regulator goes. I've taken that off. It'll prompt you when to put it on. You need to lower. I just had to push. Alright, it'll. Let me see what that thing's called. Sensor arm. Put that down. Now we'll take and close the regulator arm. Like I said, the regulator is not on yet. Sensor arm. I think I said regulator arm. Sorry. The regulator is off, and it'll prompt you later when to put it on. Now we'll go down here and you push the arrow button. And like I said, we'll push the arrow and we want that to can for, you have to put in the amount of time for your jars, and I forgot, yeah, 75 minutes. You'll turn this until it says 75 minutes. Alright, you'll push this again. It'll say insert jars. Well, we already did that with the chicken. Because I'm raw packing, I put it in cold jars, cold meat. I don't want any thermal shock, any breaking. I don't want anything like that to happen. And you'll press it again, and it'll say warm. that takes approximately 20 minutes or so. And it'll beep, which is nice. So like you could be doing something else. You don't have to keep a constant look at this like you do on the stovetop. I'm not knocking the stovetop, but if you're a busy person and this is just makes it so convenient. And I trust Presto. No canners are USD approved, not even your stovetop. So I trust Presto. They've been in business for years, and I just really like this product, this canner. It's amazing. I love it. So anyway, we'll let this warm up, and we will be back to move to the next one, the next thing to do. Alright, it says fill jars, which we've already done, so we can push the button, this arrow. And now it is heating. And once it gets to the proper temperature, the timer, it'll light up and it'll tell you to put the regulator on. And that can take probably 10, 15. Oh no, it took longer than that last time, didn't it? About 30 minutes, I think.
Just depends how much you have in it, I think.
Yeah. Alright, we'll let this heat up, and we'll be back to do the next step where we put the regulator on and it starts the canning process. We'll be back. Alright, we're on our last minute. And you can probably hear it boiling. You can see the steam coming out. Also, I wanted to mention at the beginning, I forgot, there's a recommended amount of water that you need to put inside the canner. And I usually put a little splash of vinegar, and if you're used to canning, you know why we do that. It's for the hard water deposits don't build up on your jars. But in any situation, even though you watch a video, nobody's infallible. You forget things, what have you. Always refer back to your manual and make sure you're doing things correctly for you. So anyway, as soon as this gets done counting down, it'll have us put the regulator on. Now, as you can see, it says put regulator on. And let me do that. It's extremely, I say, hold on a second. It's very, very hot. Please don't burn yourself. You gotta push it down till it pops.
Spin?
Down.
Spin?
No. Can. Probably got out of focus. Then we put that on, we'll advance, put the arrow button. And it's canning for 75 minutes. And it knows the right temperature, correct temperature. You don't have to watch it at this point. This is when you really have to watch it on the stove and make sure it stays in the right pressure area. And this does it all for you. You don't have to sit and babysit it. So anyway, pint chicken takes 75 minutes, and when that's done, we'll be back and show you how it looks. Okay, the timer has gone off, and now it's in the cool down process, and that can take anywhere from the next 30 minutes to an hour and a half or so. So as soon as that's done, the cool down period starts, and this what do you call that? The little pressure seal or whatever drops down. We can open it up and take them out. And we'll be back then. Alright, it's done. I like to open it up and just kind of let it temperature adjust a little bit to the, not so that it's not quite such a shock. And I'll let that happen for a few minutes, and then we'll take them out Everything looks pretty good. I don't know if we have siphoning. I do smell the chicken though. And then my daughter will take them out. And you need to put them on a towel or something so there's not a big temperature change. Okay, she's taking them out. They look pretty good. All the juices are just natural juices from the chicken. I tell you what, it smells good.
They look good.
This one here, I'm not sure if it's siphoned a little. We actually already had one of them sealed. Oh, there's another one. That's music to your ears when you're a canner. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we have many more to come. I actually have more chicken to do. I'd like to try, I've never canned the chicken in the bone. I'd like to try that with the bone still in it. And we have pork we're going to be doing, and you know, quite a few things. You can see some of them are still boiling, so that's a good sign. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we plan to do quite a bit more. I don't know about you, Denise, but I think that broth looks delicious. So, thank you for watching. God bless. Have an awesome weekend coming up. Bye-bye.